Welcome back to our series of artist interviews. I'm here today with Suzanne Dekker, who's going to be telling us a little bit about herself and all of her beautiful pieces. So lovely to see you, Suzanne. How are you doing?
Well, thank you.
Good, good. If you'd like to just tell people a little bit about what you do and what it is that you make.
Well, I work mostly with glass and it's reclaimed glass. Basically, I take old windows, old double glazing units, cut them to pieces, old bottles, and melt them into hopefully wonderful sculptures and different forms.
Yeah. And we can see a beautiful new piece, can't we, just behind you?
Yes, sitting in my nearly finished artist shed.
Yeah.
Lots of reclaimed materials in here. This is pallet wood that I've reclaimed and put on the walls, and I like upcycling things. And these bottles made into bricks.
Yeah. A big stained glass wall behind us. Gorgeous.
Yes, it was a labour of love, but I'm glad I did it.
Yeah, I think so. It's quite an achievement now.
And having to drink all that alcohol, of course.
Yeah.
How we suffer for our art. But
definitely serious business, I'm sure. So where do you think it comes from, this sort of like love of upcycling things?
Well, I think it stems from having older parents that sort of grew up through the war years, and they lived through the time of make, do and mend, and if you've got something, don't throw it away, it might come in useful. My mum's house is full of all this stuff now, so so I think it's reusing materials, and that's what I like to do. In my second year of my degree, I was using proper fusing glass, which is quite expensive to buy in, and the materials fees didn't really cover the glass they didn't buy the glass into the college, and I've made these glass feathers, and I've gone to the glass merchants for a piece of float window glass to mount one of the feathers on for a project, and the guy in the glass supply shop said, "It'll be £5 for a piece like that." He said, "Oh, you can get some glass out of the skip." He said, "The council charged me to take it away," and I said, "Does it get recycled?" And he said, "No, it gets landfilled."
Gosh.
Yeah, and just a couple of weeks before that, I'd watched a Time Team programme, because I'm a bit of an armchair archaeologist as well, and they literally pulled this old glass out of the ground. It was like the equivalent of Roman landfill. They used to build ditches, throw their rubbish in and backfill it. And they were pulling all these bits of glass out of the ground, and they had this guy came along and built a Roman style kiln, crucible, and put all the glass pieces in, and he came along with his glass blowing pipe, and he blew this beautiful vessel. I thought, that's amazing. The materials hadn't degraded in the ground in all that time. It was still a perfectly good material.
Wow.
So instead of spending £5 on this square of glass, I got an old window out of the skip, and I've turned into a skip monkey since. But and I was on a bit of a mission from that time onwards, thinking, what can I do with this material? And it led to a lot of experimenting, because nobody at the college was doing anything like that. And I think that's why I'm coming up with kind of fairly unique art pieces.
Brilliant, yeah. So you've mentioned sort of your materials, and that's so interesting. In terms of like what you make it into, then where does your inspiration come for that sort of thing?
It comes from anywhere and everywhere, but a lot of my inspirations come from British land artists, people like Andy Goldsworthy and Richard Long, and I met a great art guy when I was doing my dissertation called David Nash.
Right.
And he's actually a sculptor. He had a great exhibition at the Sculpture Park a couple of years back, and he takes wood that's been felled. It's maybe a diseased tree, and somebody's had to fell a tree, and people ring him up and say, "David, there's a tree, come and take it away, can you do something with it?" He never uses trees that have to be chopped down unless there's a good purpose for it, so kind of recycling. And he makes these beautiful forms, and a lot of his forms are like round and triangular shaped, and I was just completely mesmerised by what he does with the wood. And I was really lucky, I was able to go on a studio visit to his studio in North Wales, where we go camping every summer.
Oh, lovely.
And in 1977, he planted 22 ash trees in his own little forest area that he's got. I mean, how nice to go into a forest area.
Oh, yeah.
And using traditional sort of hedging and sort of coppicing techniques, he trained these 22 trees into a dome shape.
Oh, wow.
And it was just incredible. When I visited, it was like walking through the wood, and you're approaching it, and you see this wonderful dome form appearing in the trees.
Yeah.
And then you go inside it, and it has a completely different feel to it. And it was that, and you think, well, how can this be? It's just trees.
Yeah.
It's the same as the rest of the forest, but there was that definite inside-outside space difference. And that was really inspiring, and it kind of led to me making these forms that have got interior spaces, open spaces, sort of open structures, lattice works, and that's
okay.
sort of directly
very
influenced the forms.
three-dimensional, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I started out making stained glass windows at night class.
Yeah.
I did that for 3 years, and then I did glass fusing for a year, and then at 40, I don't know if midlife crisis or what, but I just I was told I'll try doing a degree, and it's like, I can't do a degree, I'm too old, and I've got a job and children and elderly mum to look after, and that was it. I signed up for a full-time degree course.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and the rest is history, but I did get such a lot out of it, and it was very, very inspiring, and it was good.
Great. Anyone who's had a little look on your website will notice you did a couple of pieces for Glastonbury Festival.
That's right, Lucky Tokens.
Yeah.
Oh, people loved that project.
Fantastic.
Absolutely love it, and I've had photographs from all over the world, and after Glastonbury, people that would find these things, they'd email me and say, thank you so much, that was such a lovely thing to do.
Oh,
it really made my Glastonbury, that you've made this special thing just for the festival.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
Just in case people haven't seen it, just explain briefly what that was.
Basically, it was inspired by, I'd seen some business cards at the British Craft Trade Fair, and there was a glass artist there, and they got these little tokens with their business card details, and that's quite inspiring, but what a lot of work. It's much easier to go and get them printed out. But it kind of, and a bit like Andy Goldsworthy when he makes his leaf patterns on the floor, the wind comes along and it blows them away, and all that remains is the photograph that he's taken of his leaf piece. And I had this idea that I might quite like to make a piece on the ground of glass and leave it there for people to take the pieces away, so that they've got a piece of my artwork. And it kind of rolled on from there. I thought, well, I'll make these special pieces for Glastonbury. I laid them out in various situations, took photographs of them, and then I started distributing them around the site. I'd leave them on the table, and watching people's reactions, it was absolutely priceless.
That is great.
It's a bit like when you find beach glass. You're walking down the beach and you find a little bit, or is it just me? I don't know. I come back off the beach.
Green ones.
My cagoule pockets are full, and my husband said, "Oh no, not more bits of glass." But you can't just leave it there. It's kind of it's like a little jewel, and it's that idea as well. And
finding something is quite exciting,
a little
isn't
bit
it?
of treasure.
Yeah.
I wanted to give people a little bit of treasure, and they really liked that idea.
It was such a nice idea. I really thought that was really quite different.
Good project. I don't know what I'm going to do yet with the photographs and the stories that have come in. There was one lady who emailed me, and she said last year at Glastonbury, because I was there in 2010 and 11, she said last year my husband found your token and he turned it into a pendant for me, because I made them like a little opening, and she said this year my brother-in-law found one, and he gave one to my sister, and she said how bizarre that there are two sisters that have got token. She said we feel very lucky. That was just a really nice story.
How nice. That's great. I think that's a good thing to do. Sort of involve sort of people in your art.
It was good fun, but it was kind of reaching out to people as well. So,
of course. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, of course. Speaking of reaching out to people, you've got York Open Studios.
That's right.
Coming up
it's
soon.
Great fun.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah, great.
It's such a great event.
Yeah, so people are going to be coming in and having a little look around. And
which means I need to tidy up.
Yeah, of course.
But it's good because I work quite chaotically, and if you had a look in my workshop, I'll see the chaos that goes on in there, but I pull it all together at the end, and it's just so nice. You get people that come through the door and they have no idea what goes on behind that closed door, and they enter this strange artistic world, bits of glass all over the house, and they ask lots of questions, and why do you do this, and it really makes you think about why you do it, and fascinated by what you do, and it's lovely. I really enjoy it.
Nice. Especially to meet sort of local York people and stuff.
All sorts of people come. Other artists come, and people from down the street. Lived down the street 20 years. I had no idea that you did this. It's like surprise.
How great. And you run a few workshops and bits and bobs.
That's right. I've taught workshops for the council, and I also teach workshops from here, which is another great thing for making me tidy up. If I know I've got 3 people coming for the day, the workshop's suddenly tidy. But I enjoy the teaching side of it, and it's just so nice. People come, and that as children we're told not to touch broken glass. It's sharp, it can cut us, and it does cut us. This was last night. Before I gave a talk to calm my nerves, last night I went into the workshop and cut a bit of glass to calm myself down. But they come and they're getting used to the tools, and really within half an hour of sort of practicing with the materials, they begin to get this confidence, and they go away at the end of the day having made something really, really pretty.
Really beautiful.
So,
It's
yeah,
great.
yeah,
Oh,
and
good
it's
stuff.
inspiring. Yeah,
Great.
it's really rewarding.
And people can find out about that on your website?
On my website, and I've got a Facebook page as well. That's probably the most up-to-date thing, is my Facebook page, because I'm
Great,
really
okay.
bad at
Mm.
doing paperwork things and website updates. But
That's
Facebook
fine.
is a lot easier.
Okay,
So,
well
yeah.
great, we can direct people to your website if they'd like to find out more.
Lovely, thank
It's
you.
been lovely chatting with you, Suzanne. Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, bye.